exists, I guess is the point. So, okay, so maybe that's a great segue. How can we get there? If you want more possibility in your life, you guys, I think there's really only one way, really, if you think about it, is joy. That is not about denying what you're feeling. If somebody runs over your toe and it hurts, I'm not asking you to be like, yes! You have to have all feelings. But what I have found over my years and the things that I've struggled with and the things that we're working with actors all the time is usually our feelings aren't authentic because they're generated from something else, which is habituation and tendency. Usually about complaining and comparing and despairing. So your reality doesn't look quite like you'd like it to look. Although, if you just pulled back and thought about your life in general, it's pretty freaking great. Hello! You live in LA. You don't live in, like, drought-stricken, war-torn Syria. You're living on more than $1 a day. You don't have Zika virus. Like, really, if you pull back, your life is great. But you look at your reality and you're like, it sucks. I can't get an agent. Nothing's changing, right? So what ends up happening is we just really kind of keep creating more of the stuff that you're complaining about if that's the only place you're looking. A lot of what I've been talking about lately is, like, I keep coming back to that Einstein quote, which is, I said last week in relation to a different lesson about you can't solve a problem at the level of consciousness in which it was created. So for me, I keep trying to encourage us, if reality isn't like you like it, change it. So how do you change it? You have to stop focusing so much on the stuff that triggers you and find a different imaginative realm. Find a different consciousness. Today I posted something on Instagram. It is really quite simple. I was driving, and I was at the stop sign, and I looked up, and it was just like these clouds were so crazy beautiful. It sounds mamby-pamby, but it's not. So the first part is just really trying to find a way to find more joy in your life. You guys, your life is pretty great. I think it's just important to keep remembering that. Last night there was a girl doing this exercise that made me realize this. So she was doing the scene, and she's this teenager, and she's like really fearless, and she did it the right way, like the right way, meaning the way it would be directed. The character actually is going to her counselor because she has chemo treatments, and it's really quite depressing, the story. And so afterwards, I had her do it again like a comedy, and that she enjoyed every single thing that she was talking about. And so first she comes in and she tells her therapist she's taking this high school art class, and that the lines are literally saying something about how awful her art is, and that she sucks, and she's a miserable failure as an artist. And when she did the reboot, she was saying it in such a joyful way, like, my art sucks. And I thought, I had like an epiphany watching her. I was like, why do we not approach our creation that way? Why are we always so, oh my god, I suck. It's so terrible, this latte is not hot enough. Like, why do we approach like, I didn't get that audition, it's just my life is in ruins, as opposed to, my god, I crashed and burned. I'm learning, you're growing. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
I mean, like, literally, you have to change the paradigm. I was like, the only reason why we don't do that, again, is habits and tendencies. Two other points. There's only one way to grow as an artist. Listen, we talked about this last night. You gotta be in a fucking great class. You just gotta be. You gotta be working your shit out in class. If you're an artist, you learn and grow by doing the art. Or you're on set. That's it. I mean, the third way is you're creating stuff with friends all the time. So there's three. If I want to learn how to bake a souffle, I can't do it, I don't want to do it. That's a bad analogy, but if I wanted to and I'm reading the book of how to make a souffle, at some point I have to make the jump from souffle in my mind to actually doing it. Then let's say I wanted to be a souffle expert. I have to keep making souffle. Kids, it will work out, but you gotta get yourself going. You gotta do it. Either you're doing it on set and you're learning all the time, or you're doing it with a community. That's important. And the last point, I don't know if these are related or not, but this is important. Why, myself included, do we, I just stood outside of myself and saw myself, I am always like this. Why do we cast ourselves, ooh, this is deep, in the supporting role of your own freaking life? Hello. Breathe that in. Why do you cast yourself as the supporting role, as the co-star? Nothing wrong with that, really. Everybody's got to move forward in some way. Why do you not see yourself as the lead? Why don't you see yourself as the shining star of your own life, which is the role of a lifetime, which is you, this incarnation, what we're all doing here, and then how that bleeds into acting specifically? Why are we just like expecting little table scraps? There's nothing table scrappy about nature. Everything you see in nature is constantly, even when we're fucking it up, even when we're heading toward global annihilation and global warming. No, we're not. We're going to rectify that. But even with that, look at how nature kind of finds a way to respond. Are we not nature? Why? Why do you do that to yourself? Everybody in here is star quality. Last point. The Guardian just came out with finally conclusive evidence. I've been talking about this for a long time, not just me, lots of people, that we are atomic. We are made of atomic stardust. We are interplanetary. We are cosmos. Stars! See, we're stars! Yeah. And they just have now proven, I don't know how they have done the science and the data, I guess they found, like, I don't know why, this goes way over my head. But apparently, we, all of us in here, are made up of stuff that comes from so many other galaxies over so many eons that have been rushed into this, our Milky Way. That's us. Kids, you're star. You are star. Yeah. Thank you for that sound effect. Yeah, that's star sound effect. That's what you are. So can we work on, why do you see yourself as this like bit player? Why are you hanging out with people who don't make you feel good about yourself? That is bit playing. Why are you in relationships where people make you denigrate you? That is bit playing. Why are you happy to not see yourself as the lead in a movie, but you'd be really happy if you were an extra? You have to change that. Okay, that's all I have to say. Okay.
Hi, I'm Shailene Woodley.
Hi, I'm Ruby Rose.
Hi, I'm Brianne Howie.
My name is Olivia Taylor-Dudley.
Hey, how's it going? Hey.
You always learn from your worst auditioning story.